Welcome, Cancer Leo, to your Astrodice reading for October. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in your Astrodice. Okay. You have the North Node coming up with Virgo energy in the 11th house. Nice. So we don't have a North Node card, so we use Vesta because it's still the spirit within. The goddess within, your sacred center, spiritual center, and quiet dignity. Now, this card's also a karmic card. Well, welcome to Mercury retrograde, right? It's like, oh man. Hope it's a good one, right? So, with the North Node, this is talking about karmic gain and soul growth, okay? So this is suggesting experiences that are in line with your soul's destiny and from which you can go advance in your spiritual development and karmic path. Okay. So, talking about that karmic destiny right now, and like I said, bringing this Mercury retrograde, here we go, right? Because Mercury retrograde is a karmic retrograde. Okay, here we go. Going Virgo style over here. So, karmic gain and development and spiritual growth. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Okay, so let's see which house this is. This is the 11th house, so here we go. Talking about where the cosmos grants wishes, lucks, friends, and social occasions. Ooh. Well, there you have it. Everybody can say, oh my gosh, thank God. Is that a good thing? It's looking better, right? It is looking better. Okay, so now we're talking about granting wishes and luck and friends and social occasions for karmic. Sounds good, karmic to me. Let's see what's going on. Getting straight into the situation. The situation's taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. What is going on here? Okay, so it's starting off kind of weird, right? So the beginning of the month, there is this beautiful prosperity going on over here. Your sacred center is saying there's a lot of prosperity at hand and enhancing right now in the beginning of the month for you. There is this firmness and this very stable feeling for you as well coming up as this Taurus energy. So taking on this Taurian energy right here is keeping you very firm and stable where you are. But then you have the King of Swords upside down over here, which is kind of this, could be someone kind of, now we're talking about the friends. You might have this friend around you who's not being very nice. Because we're talking about social occasions. I'm not feeling very communicative right now. Don't talk to me, says Aquarius. Could be an Aquarius. We're going to call it Aquarius for now. Aquarius is being a little snobby, a little rude, a little not as friendly as they usually are, a little fickle, indecisive. Maybe it's yourself as well. This indecisiveness, are you feeling indecisive, or do you have this friend that you know is indecisive? Take it how it resonates, because definitely we have this unkind, unfavorable, I'm telling you, this is another person. Maybe it's making you feel indecisive about how to deal with them. Maybe you're feeling a little fickle on how to deal with their unfavorableness and their unkindness. Disappointing. It's really disappointing you. Feeling like you're stuck between these conflicting opinions and these unfavorable things that are going around. Giving you the Five of Cups. I think you're indecisive about it. That could be where that wishy-washy kind of energy is coming from. It's you being, you being that way, which is causing you to say, I don't know if I should look behind me right now in the beginning of, the beginning of the month, to just go do what I need to do because I'm feeling good, but you have me conflicted with your conflicts. Just remember that behind you, you do, I mean, look, you already have this. Just remember you have the Two of Cups behind you. Don't allow their unfavorableness and their unkind words and all the things that they're doing do not allow you to see what you really have behind you. Because it's making you kind of indecisive of what to do. Don't make them 100% their top. That's what it is too. Don't make them your top priority at this time. You have other things behind you that are more important. So if they want to be unfavorable and unkind during the beginning of the month, don't let that push you into a different direction, right? Because you already have so much. So your karmic gain and spiritual strength is saying, you know, with the karmic, it's almost like this karmic over here is trying to get you in your head, trying to push you back. And you have already gained. It feels like your karmic, you've already gained so much knowledge and so much spiritual strength that during this Mercury retrograde, it's going to try to bring you back to say, hey, did you learn your lessons? Because that's what Mercury retrogrades do in a lot of ways, besides all the communication problems and stuff, right? But it could be saying, hey, you know, did you learn? Remember what you learned. Remember what you learned. Keep your spiritual center quiet with your own dignity. Yeah, they want to fight with you. And it definitely could be an Aquarius. There's 2 Aquariuses in a row. This Aquarius wants to fight with you. And then you're kind of standing your ground over here as the King of Pentacles, really staying still and stable within your spiritual center over here. But it is getting in your mind. It is, yeah. It's kind of shaking you up. Yeah, there it is, 8 of Cups. Yeah, they got you in your mind. Just remember that they're not the top priority of your whole center, right? You have a karmic journey that you need to go on, guys. We all have this journey, all this spiritual growth, all these things that we need to do. When a friend is unfavorable and doesn't want to communicate the way we should, don't allow that to get into your head in the beginning of the month. Because with the Page of Coins, it's almost like, but I thought you were going, you know, you were always there to support me. You're always there to do this. Why are you acting like this? What made them turn? You know, what made them turn? Is it because they're just wanting their way? They're whiny. That's what it is. They're very whiny right now. It just feels like they're acting like a 2-year-old. Just very immature. It's just kind of immature. So somebody's being just kind of immature and whiny right now, maybe foot stomping, trying to get their way about something in the very beginning of the month. So you could be in your head about the situation. Going to the mid-month. So yeah, you would have to say, yeah, it's a little bit of painstaking air over here. Moving away from the weakness of that. And it could be, you know. You have all these decisions that need to be made in the mid-month. And you're going to find that the new directions are coming towards you about the situation. There is still this weakness going on within this social, within the 11th house. It feels like a karmic tie trying to come back to say if you learn the lesson, that's what it is. Got an X over here. Trying not to dream, there's this bitterness going on within this relationship. Within the friends, someone is still bitter, whether it's you or them. You might be feeling a little bitter about the situation towards the mid-month because they are showing all this weakness to you. You're finding your new directions. There's some sadness though, but you are continuing to move towards what you need to be and saying, I'm done with this. I'm moving on to a new chapter. It feels like it has its completion. It feels like that's it, the karmic completion, because we're talking about karmic and you got completion. I don't need a devil card for that. It's right there, right in the North Node. So it's saying because you've moved forward to find your spiritual center and your quiet dignity within yourself, not allowing this, even though you are having a little sadness going on over here, it feels like they may even be a little sad as well. And they could be sad because you're moving past them and they know it. It's got too much weakness over here. There's not enough strength to keep this relationship going. So the karmic seems to be pulling its weight. Yeah, definitely pulling its weight. They don't want to go. So I just feel like they are trying to take the reins and really try to hold tight, but yeah, they're not leaving anywhere. So it's like you're making the decisions to move away. They know you are, but they're holding tight, really trying to grab those reins. Even though there is this huge weakness within this, they do not want to budge. And there feels like there's this piece within you, though, Cancer, Leo, that maybe, you don't really want to leave either, but you know it's not working. And Spirit is saying, in the mid-month, it's not going anywhere. Chariot upside down. It's not moving the way you want it to. There's this vitality that's coming back, but there is also this bitterness. The vitality is actually coming out of you, and they are very bitter about the situation. And that's because they want to keep the reins over here, and they want to hold tight to this situation. And the more that you're finding the happiness and the spiritual center and all the things that you need, and really moving on humble, But like I said, there's this hesitancy. You see the hesitancy over here. And within the Virgo, it's what? Dutiful, hesitant, and humble. And there's that hesitancy of them wanting to do something. But they're really kind of grudgy. And they're really kind of holding on. Definitely could be an air sign. Air has a lot of grudgy bitterness, right? They do hold on to grudge. It could even be a Libra that you're dealing with. But there is this bitterness. And I'm sorry, guys, but the bitterness is because you are actually feeling more happy. You have this new cycle that's coming through. You're moving in different directions. It's almost like you did finally look back to see the Two of Cups behind you and said, this cycle is not doing me right. I have to go after my own dreams and do the things I want. And it just feels like here comes that luck. The sun brings luck. So there's something different going on within your vitality. And they are bitter. Oh my gosh, look at the bitterness. Bitter, 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 bitter. Don't tell me they're not bitter. I got 2 Six of Cups on top of each other. Yes, I said they were bitter, and thank you, Spirit. Yes, and it's because they're bitter because you found the victory, and you're moving on past them because you're saying, you know what, I found it. I've got it. I centered myself. I found my self-growth, and I realized maybe you even have the realizations. It's a karmic tie. You're saying, I'm breaking the chains. Look, it's Mercury retrograde. This has to be karmic because it keeps coming up. Maybe it comes up during Gemini retrograde. Maybe it only comes up when we act this way towards each other. That's for some of you. And you're coming to the realization, that's it. You only seem to want to argue with me when it's retrograde times. What seems to be the problem? Oh, it must be karmic. Breaking the chains. However, you did break the chains for your own soul. The sun is the soul. It's the spirit within. And you found that happiness, you found that glory, and you're finding that, I don't need this. Or is that grudgy, bitter? You can say PO'd, however, right? Maybe it's even there too. 5 of Swords. Whoa. 2 of Swords. They're confused with the Queen of Cups. Well, it looks like with the Queen of Cups coming up over here, you might, if this is a love relationship, it doesn't matter. With the Queen of Cups can also bring in a new perception. It grants wishes. She knows where she's going. And it could be also loved and adored by someone else. So if this friend was a love connection, which it could totally be, right? You might be finding new love towards the end of the month. However it is, you found this new perception within yourself that said, I know who I am, I know where I'm going, and I'm staying on my soul growth. So the North Node's really helping you out of this karmic and putting you into where you need to be. So was it horrifying? No. I told you it wasn't horrifying. Was it wonderful? No, not wonderful either. But I will tell you one thing, it is definitely some good luck. The good luck is knowing that you have the perception to look back and say, wow, you know what? I really don't need that. That's where the good luck is, right? So with the Two of Swords, they're very confused. So they're showing that they have this confusion and they're really blindsided by the situation. And it does show that they do love and adore you. Doesn't matter what it is. But it's also showing, wow, it's also showing this social occasion coming up too. So a lot of you are going to that Halloween party with the Queen of Cups coming into the 11th house. Yeah. The commitments, and there's that tradition. So whoever has the traditional Halloween party, or you're going whatever, it is traditional for you to dress up, do whatever you're doing. The tradition is continuing. Maybe that's why they're confused. Maybe they're saying, hey, you know what? You're not taking me. I usually go with you. No, I'm sorry. You're not going. And they're upset. They're confused because they want to know why they're going. Why? I told you. Well, because I told you they ain't going to let go of the reins. So they're not 100% gone. They're just really upset. They might be saying very mean, hateful things to you within their blindsided and confusion. And they might even be trying to knock you off your stability as well. But you're saying, nope, I'm committed to my intuition, to myself. You might even find this new person to go with you to this occasion that you usually do. Hierophant is traditions, you know, traditional things. Commitments. And it feels like that, you know, if it's a traditional Halloween party you always go to, that is a commitment. It's a commitment to yourself to go, and that's your fun, right? So, yeah, of course. But it's also showing how committed you are to this newfound perception that you're having and knowing what's going on. With the Five of Swords over here is having the realization and the loyalties to yourself. It's even loyalties of a new, this is a different person. No, it could be yourself though too, but you also have the judgment call. Now you have this call coming through. I think that's who you're going to this party with. The majority of you, yeah. And they're going to give it this strength back. So you might even be traveling with an Aries and having this great judgment call. It is like there's a phone call coming in, a text coming in. It's going to be a blessing. It's going to bring your strength all back, and you're having the realizations. Well, you know, I still have my other loyal friend over here, and this is where I'm going. That's what it looks like. But it's also a commitment and a loyalty to yourself to continue to keep doing the things that you want. Yeah, I see someone else coming in. Oh boy, are they upset. But you're not going to allow them to ruin your stuff with their drama. Because that's all it is drama. So you're going to keep perceiving with the High Priestess. Okay? And knowing where you're going at the end of the month. So wow, your intuition is really off the chart over here between the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. And that's because you're saying, I know now and I understand this karmic thing. I get it. And I'm not going to allow this to destroy anything, especially not my traditional Halloween or whatever it is you guys do. Maybe it's the Day of the Dead, however it is, right? Whatever you're doing, you're going to do what you're going to do. And without them in that man, I'm telling you, they're a little upset about that. Like way. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.